name is Miss Honey Simone. I'm a singing-songwriter, something like a hummingbird. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, an all-black Congress collective representing her DJ. We out here. That's it. This is my third year being a part of A3C. My first year as like an official artist. I was a speaker at one point on a panel for some community service at artists and community type thing, and then I've done performances and stuff every year. But this year I had 2 stages, one at Artisan Bar Gallery and the other one was at the Music Room. Shout out to Basement Fresh for their event. I've been doing music for a while. I started songwriting publicly for like producers and artists when I was at Georgia State about 3 or 4 years ago. I wrote on a project for artists. Her name's Nye Bricks with the producer Sensei Bueno. And I toured with them for a little bit, did a little bit of background with this artist called Alex Marion. He's a R&B country singer. And then I just kind of broke off a year ago on my own, and I dropped my first project with TuneCore at the top of this year in May. So I just been doing my own thing for about a year, but I've been doing music for a while. Since I was little, but outside publicly for about 4 years. I was always involved in performing arts programs when I was in high school and when I was in college. And so when I would do performances and shows, I just started linking with other artistic collectives. And we just started creating and we started performing, and I just kind of fell into it in that type of sense. I was writing for people, so that was really my step into the industry, was writing. And then I started performing on my own. I didn't want to be a singer at all. I always thought I'd be involved in music, but I just always felt like the industry is bullshit. But that's why I love All Black Congress. It's a collective that I'm in, because we kind of figure our own ways out with it. We support each other, support our collective friends, and it makes it a little bit easier. And then this year when I've been working with TuneCore, it's been really nice too. When I dropped my project, they gave me a little set at one of their monthly shows that they do for their new artists, and that was really, really cool. So I'm feeling a little bit better about it now. I was real nervous. I really wasn't interested in it that much because I just hear so many stories. I went to performing arts high school. I know a lot of celebrities and stuff, so they always have something bad to say about the industry. But I love music, so we're gonna see how this goes. The biggest lesson that I've probably learned would have to be stay true to myself as an individual, regardless of like what's going on around me. It's good to grow and evolve in your craft, but it's also good to not forget who you are and where you come from. And that's something that's been really important to me, a big lesson for me. When I first branched out and decided that I wanted to write and perform my own music, it was about a year and a half ago, and I started looking for shows, looking for gigs, and it was really hard for me at first finding gigs in the city because nobody knew who the fuck I was. And then I met All Black Congress, which is they're originally from Nashville, Tennessee, but I met them. They gave me a stage on one of their 420 events, and they just kept having me perform, and then we got kind of close on like a music collective vibe. Two of my songs on my project is from one of the producers, Shinobi. He's in the collective, and so like we just kind of started creating together. Be Still, he's a photographer. He was like the first photographer that I had done like real photo shoots with, and B Rob, he's my videographer. He just joined with All Black Congress with us last year too, and he's amazing. And then T Mason, he's an artist who's in the collective as well, and so they just kind of pulled me in, you know what I'm saying? Like they saw I was kind of out there figuring it out. They were fucking with my vibe, I was fucking with theirs, and so we just got really we just all got really close, and we're like a big family. And then I got my DJ Drea, DJ Baby Drea. She has she's starting a label called Her DJ, but I do things with her. I host events with her, and I met her at Georgia State. We had a hip-hop sociology class, so it's just all real organic type of relationships that would evolve into like us doing some artistry type shit. Trying to stand out, I would say don't try. I would say like, I don't know, like for me it's good to get inspiration from different artists, different trends and vibes and stuff, but I personally would say just remind yourself of who you are and then try to evolve and grow try to evolve and grow in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to be a better version of yourself, whatever that looks like, whether it's that you singing, making better music, whatever that looks like. Be a better version of you, and you'll be unique. There's nobody like you. There's nobody like me. So I'm just trying to be a better version of myself every time I step out on stage. Well, I'm also a sex therapist. I graduated my bachelor's at Georgia State. I'm getting certifications and stuff now. And so on my social media before, I was like, oh, I'm singing officially now. Like, that was like my whole little vibe on my Twitter and my Instagram. Like, I was known for asking questions, known for like giving facts and shit like that. And so when I started doing music, it just gave them something else to relate to me about. But before I was out publicly with my music, I already had that little sexology following. And so now with my website, I throw events and stuff for that too. I curate events, and I have performers perform. I'll perform. We do burlesque. So I just try to put anything I can creatively into whatever I'm doing and be as expressive as I possibly can with my fashion, with my art, with my hair, just anything. And they like it, so that's good. I would say make sure you look out for yourself, man. People are always going to come and seem like they want to help or seem like they want you to win, and that some of them do. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find your team if you keep your head on straight, but don't always jump to the first, person or label or whatever contracting that comes your way, because not everybody has your best interests, and then you have to find your own identity in your music essence, you know what I mean? So, and sometimes that takes time. It took me a minute to become comfortable in my artistry. So, and I had to do that on my own. I couldn't do that with a label. I couldn't do that, you know what I'm saying, with something super official, because sometimes they're more into controlling what you want to do than actually pushing who you actually are. So I would say just take your time, man. Take your time. Learn yourself so you can teach people about you. So I'm like a indie artist, but I have a lot of influence in like folk and R&B music. So me being a sex therapist, studying to be a sexologist, I'm into holistic medications and things like that. I love to read. And I love to write, and so that just helps my vocabulary. It helps me be a little bit better with like relating with conversation with people. So like I can translate emotion really well, I feel like, on stage, because I'm feeling what I'm writing. A lot of it is something that I experienced, or I'm writing about somebody else that they've experienced. So it's real personal, and that helps with music, because people like to feel like they know you or feel like they're in that moment or whatever. And so I think that that's what's helped me in my studies, like psychology specifically, because it helped me understand how to communicate better, how to communicate my feelings and what I think a lot better as well, and understand myself. And then it helps other people understand themselves. An independent artist to me, I mean, of course, I guess someone who's not signed with a label or has like specific contracting and record deals, but just someone who has their own wave. You know what I'm saying? They're not allowing society or people with money to tell them who they need to be in their craft. To me, that's an independent artist. And I feel like even though sometimes artists sign to contracts and all that type of stuff, like even when they're staying true to themselves, they're in control of what's being distributed, their concerts, their performances, and things like that. When they still have influences on that, I still feel like they have a level of independence. So it's just individuality in your craft would be a definition for independent artists for me. I love TuneCore because they just let me do me. You know what I'm saying? When I first signed up for it, Jean Sierra, she hit me. I had met her like a year before I even dropped my project. Before it was even done, she was like, when you're ready, let me know, email me, and we'll have it rolling for you. And so I was happy about that, because it allowed me to still be myself. You know what I'm saying? Like it allowed me to take my time and release my music how I wanted to. And then they still give you so much support, still give you so many opportunities, like the shows that they do monthly, the mixers and mingles that they have, where you can come and meet different artists and people within the industry and really learn about your craft. The tools that they have on the website, you can read pretty much anything you need to know about the industry on TuneCore's website, and then you can call her. You know, you can call the people that are on top of the headquarters. You know what I'm saying? They're not intangible. You know, like they're real people. They'll have real conversations with you, and that's something that I really, really liked. And so that's why I decided to go ahead and distribute with TuneCore, because I was nervous about even that. You know.